Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, she's testing you? It's not a coincidence. Women often put men through subtle tests to see if they're truly worth her time. Today, I'm going to reveal the 7 ways women test men and, more importantly, how you can pass these tests with confidence and respect. If you've been confused about her behavior, this video will give you clarity and practical strategies. One of the most common ways women test men is by observing how much attention you give them. This doesn't mean constantly staring at her or being overbearing, but rather how present and engaged you are when she's talking or spending time with you. Women naturally pay attention to body language, tone of voice, and the energy you bring into the interaction. If she feels ignored or that her words don't matter, she may start testing you to see if you truly care or if your interest is only superficial. The attention test can show up in very subtle ways. She might share something personal or interesting, then observe your response. Do you ask questions, show curiosity, and remember the details later, or do you give distracted answers while checking your phone or looking around the room? This is a clear signal to her whether she has your focus or if she's just another person in the background of your life. Women want to feel valued, and attention is one of the clearest ways to demonstrate that you genuinely care about her thoughts and feelings. It's important to understand that this test isn't about manipulation. It's a natural filter she uses to see if a man is capable of emotional presence. If you fail to give her attention, she may start withdrawing or become less communicative, which can create tension without either of you even realizing why. On the other hand, if you consistently show engagement and responsiveness, it builds trust and makes her feel safe to open up more. Women often equate attention with respect, and passing this test proves that you respect her time, opinions, and presence. The key to passing the attention test is practicing active listening. Active listening goes beyond simply hearing words. It involves reacting thoughtfully, asking relevant questions, and giving nonverbal cues like nodding or maintaining eye contact. For example, if she tells a story about her day, don't just respond with a generic, "That's nice." Show genuine interest. Ask how she felt, what the most challenging part was, or even relate it to a personal experience of yours. This creates a two-way connection and signals that you're not only present physically, but emotionally as well. Another way this test manifests is when she seeks reassurance or validation. It could be as simple as mentioning something she accomplished or even asking your opinion on a choice she made. Women pay close attention to how you react. Do you dismiss it, offer lukewarm responses, or do you genuinely engage and support her? Showing her that you care about her perspective without overdoing it or being fake helps you pass the attention test with ease. Body language plays a crucial role in this as well. Crossing arms, looking away, checking your watch, or scrolling on your phone sends a subtle message of disinterest. Even if your words are supportive, your body language can undermine them. Conversely, leaning in slightly, maintaining comfortable eye contact, and mirroring her expressions naturally show that you are fully tuned into the interaction. Women instinctively notice these cues, so being aware of your own physical presence is just as important as what you say. Consistency is also critical. Giving attention only when it's convenient or when you want something from her will be noticed. Women are experts at detecting inconsistency. Passing the attention test is less about performing perfectly once and more about consistently showing genuine interest over time. Small gestures, remembering details from previous conversations, and being emotionally available all contribute to demonstrating that you are someone worth investing in. Another common test women use is the jealousy test. This doesn't mean she wants to provoke unnecessary drama, but she often observes how you handle situations that could trigger insecurity or possessiveness. The jealousy test is a subtle way for her to measure your emotional maturity, confidence, and ability to remain composed under pressure. She's not trying to trap you. She's trying to see if you can manage your emotions without overreacting or becoming controlling. The jealousy test often shows up in small, seemingly innocent ways. She might mention a male colleague, a friend, or someone she finds mildly attractive to see your reaction. The key here is not to interpret it as a personal attack, but as an opportunity to demonstrate your stability and confidence. Overreacting, making accusations, or showing visible irritation will likely signal insecurity, which is what she's trying to assess. Instead, responding with calm assurance and subtle playfulness can show her that you are emotionally intelligent and secure in yourself. Understanding the intention behind this test is critical. Women are naturally attuned to the behavior of men in response to potential social threats, and they want a partner who can handle these situations gracefully. They want someone who trusts them while also being able to assert boundaries confidently. This means that passing the jealousy test isn't about pretending not to care or being detached. It's about demonstrating balance, trust, and measured reactions. A healthy way to respond is with light humor or confident acknowledgement. For example, if she casually mentions a friend who's accomplished something impressive, instead of showing signs of envy or possessiveness, you could compliment her choice or make a playful remark that demonstrates your self-assuredness. This shows that you are confident enough in yourself and the relationship that external factors don't threaten your sense of security. It also highlights emotional maturity, which women naturally find attractive and reassuring. Jealousy tests can also manifest in more subtle behaviors, like her noticing how you interact with other women. She may observe whether you maintain appropriate boundaries, whether you engage respectfully, and whether your attention is proportionate to the situation. This is not to spy or manipulate you, but to see if your behavior reflects integrity and self-control. Women want to know that a man can navigate social interactions without creating unnecessary conflict or insecurity. It's important to recognize that overreacting to a jealousy test can escalate minor situations into unnecessary tension. Emotional restraint is key. Instead of reacting defensively, take a moment to process your feelings and respond calmly. If a situation genuinely concerns you, communicate openly without accusations or hostility. This approach demonstrates emotional intelligence and reassures her that you are capable of handling challenges without resorting to insecurity or control. Another aspect of this test is consistency. She pays attention to whether your responses are the same over time or if your emotions fluctuate unpredictably. A man who remains composed and trustworthy consistently earns respect and strengthens her confidence in him. Small gestures, thoughtful reactions, and maintaining a stable emotional presence all contribute to successfully navigating the jealousy test. Ultimately, the jealousy test is a tool for women to assess whether you possess confidence, emotional stability, and the ability to remain grounded under subtle social pressures. Passing it shows that you are a man who can be trusted, who respects boundaries, and who values emotional balance. The reliability test is one of the most important ways women evaluate men, often without even realizing they're doing it. Essentially, she wants to see if you are someone she can count on, whether in small daily matters or during bigger, more stressful situations. Reliability is not about grand gestures or empty promises. It's about consistency, trustworthiness, and showing up when it matters most. Women naturally pay attention to actions over words, and passing this test often determines how much emotional investment she is willing to make. This test can appear in subtle ways. She might ask for a simple favor, like picking her up from somewhere or helping with a task, to see if you follow through. She's watching not just whether you complete it, but how you handle it. Do you do it willingly, or do you complain and drag your feet? Her perception of your dependability is formed through repeated interactions, and even small lapses can raise questions about your reliability. On the other hand, consistently being someone who follows through, even in minor matters, builds a foundation of trust that strengthens your connection. Reliability also extends to emotional support. She might test whether you are present during her difficult times or if your support is inconsistent. For instance, if she's had a stressful day, does she feel she can turn to you and receive a calm, understanding response? Or does she encounter indifference or excuses? Women often equate reliability with emotional security. If you show up consistently and supportively, it signals that you are capable of being a stable and trustworthy partner, which is a quality they value highly. Understanding the dynamics of the reliability test is key. It's not about trying to be perfect or always saying yes to everything. Rather, it's about demonstrating that your word matters and that your actions align with your promises. This builds credibility and makes her feel she can rely on you in both everyday situations and life-changing moments. If she senses inconsistency or unpredictability, she may begin to test you further or even pull back emotionally. Practical ways to pass this test include clear communication and follow-through. If you make a commitment, be explicit about when and how you will fulfill it, and then do so. If unforeseen circumstances prevent you from keeping your word, inform her promptly and take responsibility. This shows accountability, which is a major factor in passing the reliability test. Women respect men who take ownership of their actions and demonstrate that they are dependable even under challenging circumstances. Another aspect of this test is observing your long-term patterns. She notices whether your reliability is consistent over time or if it fluctuates depending on your mood, convenience, or situation. A man who is consistently dependable communicates a strong sense of character and maturity. Even small things, like remembering important dates, responding to messages in a timely manner, or honoring agreements, contribute to building the perception that you are reliable and trustworthy. Reliability is closely tied to integrity. Women often test whether you do what you say you will, even when no one is watching. This is about authenticity and the ability to maintain your commitments regardless of external pressures. Being reliable communicates that you are a man of principle, someone who values consistency, and someone she can trust with both everyday responsibilities and deeper emotional connections. Ultimately, the reliability test reflects a woman's desire to understand whether you are someone she can count on in real life, not just in words or appearances. Demonstrating dependability, consistency, and emotional support not only passes this test, but also strengthens the foundation of trust and respect that is essential for any lasting relationship. One of the more subtle but highly revealing tests women give is the humor and playfulness test. Women naturally want to see if a man can bring joy and lightness into a relationship, not just seriousness or responsibility. This test is less about making her laugh nonstop and more about showing that you can handle fun, teasing, and playful interactions without taking yourself too seriously. A man who can navigate humor confidently demonstrates emotional intelligence, charm, and a sense of security, all qualities that women find incredibly attractive. The humor and playfulness test can take many forms. She might make a teasing comment, challenge you with a joke, or test your ability to laugh at yourself in small situations. The key is how you respond. If you respond defensively or fail to engage, she may perceive you as rigid or overly serious. On the other hand, if you respond with cleverness, light teasing, or a relaxed attitude, it shows that you can interact with ease and confidence. This test gives her insight into your personality, showing whether you are approachable and enjoyable to be around, even in casual, everyday moments. It's important to understand that this test is not about being a stand-up comedian or trying to impress her with clever lines. Authenticity is critical. Women can detect when humor feels forced or performative. The goal is to demonstrate a natural ability to engage, laugh, and play in a way that enhances connection. Playfulness reflects comfort in your own skin and a willingness to engage in shared joy, which strengthens emotional bonding and makes interactions feel effortless and enjoyable. Timing and context are crucial when responding to this test. A joke at the wrong moment or teasing without sensitivity can backfire, but well-timed humor can lighten tension, build rapport, and even create memorable moments. For example, if she playfully challenges you about a minor mistake, responding with a smile, a witty comeback, or a playful gesture signals confidence and social ease. Women notice these subtleties, and consistent demonstration of this quality reinforces that you are a man who can handle life with composure and charm. The humor and playfulness test also examines how well you handle social dynamics. She may test you in group settings to see if you can engage socially without being awkward or overly competitive. Being able to laugh with others, include her in fun interactions, and maintain a positive energy demonstrates that you are socially competent and can create enjoyable experiences together. This reinforces her perception of you as a fun, engaging, and emotionally mature partner. Another aspect of this test is emotional balance. Humor is often used to gauge how a man copes with minor stress, teasing, or unexpected situations. Women want to see if you can maintain composure, respond lightheartedly, and avoid unnecessary tension. Overreacting or taking jokes too seriously can signal insecurity, whereas responding with humor and calmness indicates confidence, resilience, and emotional stability. These qualities reassure her that you are capable of handling both fun and challenging moments in the relationship. Developing a sense of playfulness also involves paying attention to her reactions. Active observation allows you to adjust your approach based on her mood and personality. Some women appreciate witty banter, while others prefer subtle teasing or playful gestures. Being attuned to her cues demonstrates emotional intelligence and strengthens your connection, showing that you are not only entertaining but also considerate and attentive to her comfort and enjoyment. Ultimately, the humor and playfulness test reflects a woman's desire to see if you can bring joy, lightness, and social intelligence into her life. Passing this test successfully indicates that you are confident, emotionally balanced, and capable of creating enjoyable experiences together. The challenge test is one of the most revealing ways women evaluate men. This test often involves subtle questioning, disagreements, or playful opposition to see how confident and assertive you are in your thoughts and decisions. Women naturally want to determine whether a man can hold his ground while remaining respectful, composed, and emotionally intelligent. The challenge test is not about conflict. It is about assessing your ability to think independently, make decisions, and maintain self-assurance in the face of differing opinions. This test can appear in many forms. She might question your opinion on a topic, challenge a decision you make, or even tease you to observe your reaction. The goal here is to evaluate how you handle being tested intellectually, emotionally, or socially. Responding with insecurity, hesitation, or defensiveness often signals a lack of confidence, which can diminish her trust in your ability to navigate complex situations. Conversely, responding with calm clarity, thoughtful reasoning, and confidence demonstrates strength, maturity, and leadership qualities that are naturally attractive to women. A critical aspect of the challenge test is communication. How you express your perspective matters as much as what you are saying. Women observe whether you can articulate your thoughts clearly, stay composed under mild pressure, and express yourself without resorting to arrogance or dismissiveness. This test evaluates emotional intelligence because confidence combined with empathy and understanding signals a man who can handle disagreements and maintain harmony while still asserting his views. It's also essential to recognize the difference between being assertive and being stubborn. Passing the challenge test doesn't mean insisting on being right at all costs. It means standing firm in your beliefs while remaining open to dialogue and compromise. Women respect men who can assert themselves without belittling others or avoiding accountability. By balancing confidence with humility, you demonstrate that you are secure in yourself and capable of handling challenging interactions with grace. The challenge test can also involve decision-making in practical situations. For example, she might test how you handle plans, problem-solving, or unexpected obstacles. Will you take initiative and make decisions confidently, or will you hesitate and let uncertainty take over? Your approach in these moments reflects your ability to lead and take responsibility, qualities that women often seek in long-term partners. Reliability and assertiveness in decision-making help pass this test effectively. Another important element of this test is emotional control. Some challenges are designed to provoke minor frustration or irritation to see if you overreact. Women want to see whether you can maintain composure, respond rationally, and navigate tension without losing your cool. Reacting impulsively or defensively can signal immaturity or insecurity, while staying grounded and thoughtful shows resilience and emotional intelligence. Consistency is key when passing the challenge test. She notices whether you can maintain confidence and composure across different situations and over time. A man who consistently handles challenges with assurance, clear communication, and respect earns her trust and admiration. Small moments of decision-making, intellectual discussion, or playful challenges all contribute to forming her perception of your character and reliability. Ultimately, the challenge test is a way for women to evaluate your confidence, assertiveness, and emotional intelligence. Passing it successfully demonstrates that you are capable of handling opposition, making sound decisions, and maintaining self-assurance under pressure.